Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, by now, a lot of you might have heard, but Halo MCC's next big update is finally here. And this update, it does come with a lot of big stuff. So we're going to go right into it and take a look at what all the new features are. And like I said, it is a lot of big new features. So we're going to start with some of the smaller stuff, which is actually still pretty cool actually. And the first thing is that the exchange on MCC has got a facelift. It's been revamped quite a bit with a new UI and more content on it as well. And you can see that it's been reorganized quite a bit, and this new layout is actually a lot nicer than the previous one. I feel it's a little easier to navigate, I think. I mean, it's not like the previous one was like hard to navigate, but this one just looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. But yeah, so that's the first thing that you might notice with this update is that the new Exchange UI. But next up, we have some previously missing Halo 4 DLC content that people have been asking for quite a while and has now finally been added back in MCC. What DLC content am I referring to? Well, that would be some perks in the game, namely the tactical and support packages. You see, I think it was the Champions bundle in Halo 4. I think it was like one of the last DLCs for Halo 4. It came with like a lot of stuff. It had some new armors as well. I think the Mark V came in it too, and that got added eventually to MCC later on, much later on actually. But these support and tactical packages, like the Resistor here, that never made it into the game, even with the previous updates until now. So we got the Resistor support package, or tactical package I think it was, and then now we have the Recharge and Survivor tactical support packages, and each one of these have, you know, different effects and stuff like that, but you can now add them to your loadouts for Halo 4, and they work great. And like I said, people have been asking for these for quite a while now, and I've seen some people starting to think that they would never come to Halo 4 and MCC, but nonetheless, they are now here, and they are available, and they are ready to use. So that's something that's pretty awesome, and I think that's the last of the missing Halo 4 DLC content. I think that's all on MCC now. And to go along with those new, those DLC perks, we now have challenges to go along with them. There's a couple PvP challenges related to those support packages. You have to have them equipped while doing certain tasks. I know some of these sound very specific for challenges, and I believe some of these are probably, I think all of these were originally achievements added to Halo 4 on 360 version to go along with those newly added perks or support packages and tactical packages. So I think they are now challenges, kind of like what happened with Vidmaster Endure for ODST Firefight. It was added to MCC, but as a challenge. Next up, we have new skulls for Halo 4 campaign. Well, new-ish, as in like you may have expected or saw these coming because they were added to all the previous campaigns as well, and now they are finally available for Halo 4. So these new skulls are the Bandana Skull and the Acrophobia Skull, both really awesome and fun skulls to use in campaign. The Bandana Skull is the one that gives you infinite ammo, grenades, and armor abilities, and so on. And the Acrophobia Skull is the one that lets you fly around campaign and explore around or do whatever. And both of those combined, you can do some really awesome fun stuff like exploring or just like messing with like enemies and stuff like that, or just like a lot of wacky things and so on. But it does work very well in Halo 4, just like it does in previous games. However, like Halo 3 and Reach, and ODST actually, if you're not careful with the Acrophobia Skull and you impact something too fast, you will die. I kind of wish they did what they did with Halo 2, where with the Acrophobia Skull, even if you impact something, you don't die. But you know, it is what it is. I'm sure there's a reason behind that. It might be like due to like something with the engine or something with each game. But yeah, so Acrophobia and Bandana Skull work very well, and there's a lot of stuff you could do. Now, exploring in Halo 4, it's a little... you could do a lot with it, but there are some limitations compared to previous Halo games. if you fly like, I don't even say like too far out of the map, like you don't have to fly that far out before you get like deleted from the game and then you revert to last checkpoint. So it does have its limitations. The next big feature, and this one is an interesting one actually. So if you're in like a matchmaking game, it doesn't really matter what game you're on, but if you're playing like matchmaking multiplayer and PvP or whatever, and you disconnect, you lag out or something, or you decide you want to quit the match, but then you instantly regret quitting the match. Well, normally you could get like a quit ban penalty, but now you are given an opportunity to rejoin the match that you just left or were disconnected from, and just go right back in. Or you can start a new matchmaking session, if assuming you weren't quit banned or anything. But you at least have the choice now to just rejoin, and this is really helpful for like people that get disconnected or something like that. I'm not sure what happens like if you crash or something like that, but at the very least, you now have the opportunity to rejoin and pick up right where you left off in the match that you were just in. So that's a really great feature right there. Next one. This one is probably one of the hugest features of this update, and that is Steam Workshop support is now here for MCC PC mods. And it is so convenient compared to previous ways of distributing mods for MCC PC. In that, all you need to do now is you could either go on the Steam Workshop page for MCC and download like feature mods, or you can find specific authors like yours truly, and you just need to subscribe to whatever mod of theirs that you like. And once you click on subscribe, it will automatically start to download, almost like it's an update for MCC. And because this is through Steam, the download speeds are a lot faster. Whereas compared to something like Nexus mods, you don't have to wait like hours for a mod to download, or even like a day or more if you have a slower connection. So that's a really welcome feature there, and that's something that people have been asking for a long time. So how does this work actually with Steam Workshop? Well, once you go into like a campaign, before you actually get to the missions, you have like the built-in campaign, like the default campaign, and you also have each mod is its own campaign on the campaign menu for the individual Halo games. And you can just pick whichever campaign you want, and you can see what missions and maps are available for that campaign, or multiplayer, of course. And it's a really convenient way of accessing mods. It's like a lot more organized, and it just works. You don't have to replace map files anymore and stuff like that. Everything just, once you download it, it just puts into MCC, and you get a special menu for mods on MCC. So this new ability to upload your custom mods to Steam Workshop is pretty awesome. There's so much you can do with it. You can include so many maps and missions. You could have your own custom icons and logos, and loading screens and stuff like that. Mod support in general has been expanded so much over just the previous way of just replacing maps and stuff like that. Now you have custom menus, custom loading screens, and stuff like that. So it's really amazing feature, but there are still some limitations to this new method of uploading mods that you should be aware of. In that, right now you can only pretty much include custom loading screens, icons, and thumbnails, and map files. But if your mod has like custom DLLs or custom sounds, or sound banks, I should say, because Halo 2 doesn't have this issue, but other Halo games might, those files can't be included with these mods currently. But I hope one day in the future that won't be an issue anymore. But for the moment, a lot of mods in newer Halo games that require these custom sounds won't be able to do that. And without the DLL, some mods, like my multiplayer armors campaign, unfortunately can't work without those. So some mods will probably have to stay on Nexus mods for now, but it's still really awesome, expansion of mod support. Now, the last thing that has been included in this update is, so we've always had the ability, well, we've recently gotten the ability to change backgrounds, but a new background has been added for the main menu, or you could use it on any menu you want, but that is the original launch MCC background is now available, and you could set it as your background now, and it's quite the throwback. It's brings back a lot of memories of the old launch MCC, as well as the the rare China version of MCC as well. But yeah, so there you guys have it. As you can see, it's a huge update for MCC. A lot of awesome new features and new content. So hopefully you guys enjoy this update as well. It's a lot of great stuff and a lot of fun mods from people to play. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, leave 1,000 comments, let me know what you think of this update. You know, it's a huge one. And let me know what else, you know, you'd like to see come to MCC in the future. But aside from that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.